I'm on a rooftop. Woohoo! Hi. How's it going? How are you doing? How is making stuff? How is drawing in these times where things are occurring on a daily basis and it all feels bad? Like I've been struggling. I've been having a difficult time getting my work done and just getting pages done and handing things in. It's like, do you ever get the turbocharged imposter syndrome? I'm not talking about the regular imposter syndrome that asks you questions like, are you good enough? Do you even know what you're doing? Do you even know what anatomy is? That sort of stuff. I'm talking about the imposter syndrome that makes you question whether or not it's even worth it to do this stuff, to draw comics, to try to tell stories. That turbocharged existential dread kind of imposter syndrome that just weighs you down and makes you not want to get out of bed in the morning. That kind of thing. I've been finding that level of imposter syndrome has been creeping up on me more and more these days. It's been tough and it's been feeling really bad. And, there have been days where I've been sitting at my desk and just looking off into space thinking like, is any of this stuff really worth it? And when that feeling starts to creep in, for me, it helps to talk to other cartoonists, get lunch with somebody, hop on a Zoom call, or if you're in the month of September and you're in the DMV, go to Small Press Expo. I'm a bad YouTuber. I didn't record any B-roll during the convention, so I'm here on the rooftop of the parking lot. There's the hotel/convention center right there, because I live in the area, so I can just drive over. But I will insert some photos that I took during the event so you can see what I'm talking about. But, just know that your boy has been struggling. Small Press Expo is my favorite show of the year because it helps remind me why it's important to keep pushing through, to keep drawing your pages, to keep telling these stories. It's an indie comic show here in North Bethesda. It's fucking Rockville. I don't care what you're trying to sell. You can still charge the prices you charge and call it Rockville. This is fucking Rockville. Anyway, I think it happens the second weekend of September every year. It's really affordable if you want to just attend. It's a 2-day show. Saturday is like $20. Sunday is $15. A whole weekend pass is like 30. So compared to like 60 to 100 of like other bigger comic shows like Baltimore Comic-Con or Otakon or Katsucon, Small Press Expo is one of the most affordable shows you can get into. And if you're starting on your comics journey, or if you're at the tail end of your comics journey and you're grizzled and you're really pessimistic about comics, I think Small Press Expo is the answer for both of those types of creators. You've got people who have been working in the industry for years, who have these beautiful, nice, curated volumes of stuff. And you have the newbies that are making the little zines printed out at the Staples down the street, stapled together like the night before, folded, all that good stuff. So like you get the wide range of the comics life cycle, the comic cartoonist life cycle in one place. And if you're a grizzled old veteran and you've been kind of down on the industry, you've been feeling like, things aren't worth it. Comics aren't comics anymore. They're just like storyboards for movies. Small Press Expo is a great way to remind yourself of why you do this in the first place. And that's the kind of thing that I needed to remember. I'm not a veteran by any means. I feel like I'm still on the way up, trying to grind it out here down in the trenches. But even where I'm at, sometimes that, the turbo imposter comes along and says, is this shit even worth it? And of course it's worth it. Of course it's worth it. You can't help but look at someone's zine that they stapled the night before and read through it and see the brilliant ideas just translated on this small little foldable thingy and not think to yourself that of course it's worth it. Like that's why you do comics in the first place, because you've read something, you've seen a panel, you've seen the way someone draws a thing, or you've seen the way a story unfolds on someone's pages. And whatever that was, that hit you in the face and that affected you. And that made you want to do it yourself. That made you want to pick up the pen and pencil and write and draw and make something and share a story with the world. And it can help to remember that experience, that you know what it was like. Something that you experienced made you want to tell these stories. And for you to give up and deprive the world of that opportunity through your work, that's almost a crime. Small Press Expo always reminds me that it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. Now, financially, it might not be worth it. Ain't gonna front. You don't get into comics if your goal is to live financially soundly. But storytelling is always worth it. You know, even if you have to grind at the day job and you're printing your little minis at night and distributing them to your friends, it's always worth it. Your story, no matter how big or how small, can affect somebody in a similar way that a story affected you and made you want to dedicate your life to this pursuit. And that's powerful. And it's important. The work is mysterious and important. But, you know, I feel like it's important. And that's why Small Press Expo is my favorite show of the year. It's a recharge for my batteries. It's a helpful motivator. The vibe is great. You get in there, you see all these young cartoonists eager to show off their stuff, or you see these old heads like, yeah, I've been here, I've done that, but I got some new stuff, check it out. No matter where you are in your comics journey, it's important to be around, just physically be around fellow creators. You know, you get to meet other people doing similar stuff that you are doing. You can talk about process, you could talk about business, you could talk about just random shit that you both enjoy. Like two of my good friends on the circuit, the first time I met them, we spent 3 hours at a restaurant talking about Kamen Rider and Super Sentai and Tokusatsu in general. And I love them, and we hang out whenever we see each other. It's great. Seeing people in person really helps. You build those connections with each other, and you make friends on the circuit. And sometimes those friendships can lead to like business opportunities, but that's not why you go to the show. You go to the show, you go to meet other people and to commiserate with other people, because other cartoonists out there, they're probably feeling the same way that you are. You just, you know, you spend all that time in your office and you rarely get out, so you don't see people. And conventions are a great way to do that, a great excuse to get together and to make those connections. Small Press Expo is great. If you're near the DMV, or if you can get to the DMV easily, I think it's consistent, but I think it's like the second weekend in September. But keep an eye out. Sign up on their mailing list so you get alerts. They do programming around the city. Like they sometimes do, if there's a comic book related movie, they'll do like movie premieres, or they'll have signings from big name cartoonists, or they'll do events at like Phantom Comics down in DC. So I highly recommend signing up for the Small Press Expo mailing list just to see what's going on around the town. Because it's not just the expo, there's other stuff. But if you can't get here and it's too far away, look for a local show near you. I think that can be a very valuable use of your time as a cartoonist, just to be in the room where it happens, to find your people. That's really important, because cartooning can be lonely. Drawing at your desk can be lonely. If you don't have like a studio situation where you leave your house and you're around other cartoonists, it can be lonely. So you need those connections just to keep your sanity, to keep yourself, to keep going, to know that other people are struggling along there with you, and you can help each other along. You can cheer for each other, be cheerleaders, and push each other to really get your stuff out there so that everyone can enjoy your genius. Find a local show and make those friends. And I know that's tough, because that's why you draw comics, because you don't have to talk to people. But for your sanity and your mental health, and just to have that community, to build that community, I highly encourage you getting out there. It certainly helped me, and I'm positive that it can help you. I've never been up here before. I've never seen Pike and Rose from this angle. It's actually kind of kind of cool looking. Maybe I'll come back for night shots or something, but like, so that's the hotel. And that's Pike and Rose, which is super overpriced. Pike and Rose is close, but I don't recommend it for food because there are more affordable places like up the Pike, like further up the Pike. If you ever come to Rockville and you're looking for good places to eat, let me know and I will steer you away from all of this. Unless you have a lot of money. This area is really expensive, so that's the one bad thing about Small Press Expo. The con is affordable, but this neighborhood necessarily isn't. So, you know, I mean, there's the Popeyes. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope to see you on the circuit sometime. My other favorite show is San Diego Comic-Con, but for vastly different reasons. So, but I really do want to try to make it out to other art events and art markets and things like that, smaller things, because I feel like the smaller shows are really where it's at and really where you can build your community. So anyway, hope to see you on the circuit and keep working because it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. All right, see ya. Bye. Woo! I don't know what they're building there. Oh, there you go. Look at my switch pod. Turns out I didn't need it. I just put my camera on. I just put my camera on this ledge. It was fine. They've been building shit here for a long time. I don't know if this construction will ever end. There's not too much more this way, just apartments. So this part isn't very pretty to look at. This is the back end of the hotel. There's the Pike. That's great, I guess. Don't go back to Rockville. Don't go back to Rockville. Don't go back to Rockville.